Good morning, sir. Thank you very much for joining us on Money Control. The WEF Economist Outlook has just given a rather pessimistic outlook. They're saying that global growth is likely to weaken. There is a lot of uncertainty. But if you look at Money Control CEO survey that we carried out, 98% of them are actually bullish. So what sentiments are you picking up as one of India's largest automakers?
I am part of the 98%, and you can add me to those numbers in case I'm not part of the survey. I'm very bullish, and we are very bullish as a company. First, let's talk about global that we are talking about. Yes, there are countries, there are geopolitical issues that are happening, but remember the globe has gone through a big, massive pandemic called COVID, yeah? And then, of course, a huge thing of inflation. So I think the two big things, and you can see central banks across the world have been able to kind of tame it to a level. And back home, as far as India is concerned, the story is extremely positive. So I think overall, if you look at it, I would say there are more upsides than downsides moving forward as far as globe is concerned. Some countries will take time to come out of that. And as far as India and some other countries are concerned, it's a very positive next few years, next decade.
Right. So it's been 7 months since you took charge as CEO. So how has the transition been for you from CFO to CEO? What are some of the significant changes with respect to organizational structure that will, be permanent?
Yeah, I think, as I've said before, our company has a strong legacy of the 40 years. A huge, very strong foundation has been built. And our role moving forward is to create the next unbeatable chapters and create skyscrapers on top of the foundations. So that's exactly what we are doing, which is changing gears and moving with speed, scale, synergy, and simplification as well. And you can see a lot of stuff on speed that are happening collectively. Many initiatives taken earlier are coming to ground now. You saw a maximum number of launches that we've ever done in the history of the company in 2023. We've seen huge success with Harley Davidson X440 and Charisma. Plus, we want to launch another premium product. We've ramped up 300 Hero stores in 300 days, which is called Hero 2.0. It's a massive upgrade in the store, the look and the feel, the infrastructure, the digital enablement. So on all the fronts, we are changing gears, moving with speed, as you can see. And we've got a strong foundation which has been laid down to build on.
Right. In fact, I was going to ask you about Hero 2.0, so it's good you spoke about that. Now, in the past, you've said that the company will bring in products in the mid and affordable segment in EVs in the coming quarters. What's your outlook on the overall EV market?
EV market has gone through a bit of ups and downs because of the changing outlook and the viewpoint and a little bit of less of clarity on the regulations as well as subsidies are concerned. I think there are two things that are required is from the government side to provide visibility of long-term policies, whatever it is. And on the business side, all the industry, us as players, to make sure that our business model is such that it's viable without support or without subsidies in the long term. The outlook is positive of the EV market. We are there with Vida. We are soon going to cross 100 cities from 3 cities in the month of March, again, just in the short span of 9 months. We're going to bring out mid and the affordable products in this calendar year as well. So we are building EV infrastructure. In fact, on the charging station, I must mention we tied up with Ather, and as a combined put together, we probably now have the highest number of charging stations in the country. So we are building all the infra that is required to ensure that we scale up in EV big time moving forward.
Right. In fact, coming to Ather, you've increased your stake in Ather. At the same time, you've also spoken about building your own strong EV pipeline. So what's Hero's game plan when it comes to EVs, and how do you see the competitive landscape with Ola Electric and TVS?
See, I would say, look, EV overall as a percentage of two-wheeler right now is 5%. It's got a long way to go. It's like a marathon. It's not a 100-meter sprint. And it will see a lot of churn in terms of number of players, a lot of consolidation. We are here for the long term, for sure. And I've given this example earlier that when you run a marathon, you're not worrying about winning in that first 100 meters or 500 meters. You got to do the right things from a long-term point of view. And we are very confident that we are placing the right things in this space.
Any price hikes that we can expect in the coming months?
I mean, I won't guide any number on any kind of price hikes. The only thing I would say is, look, inflation has been stabilizing and cooling off. So moving forward, more of revenue growth should come from the mix, like premium and premiumization, rather than substantial price hikes.
Right. Final couple of questions, sir. Any, outline that you can give us in terms of your capex plans for this year?
So the beauty of our capex plans is that, what we have guided earlier also, it's around 1,000 to 1,500 crores per year. That's the kind of range or the capital that we earmark. As we are moving forward, what we have started doing is to allocate more of this to premium and EV, and which is what we are doing. So overall, as an absolute number, it doesn't change, but the proportion of the money that goes behind premium and EV will keep going up. Premium, EV, and digital. We are investing a lot behind digital. I know that in the interviews we talk about products because in auto industry that's what is seen as the front. But I can tell you there's big opportunity in digital that the auto industry has in terms of enabling growth, driving growth, and generating growth. And that's what we are doing. You will hear more about that soon.
Right. Will the Ola Electric IPO change the landscape when it comes to EVs in India and how they are viewed?
Any kind of capital coming in a nascent industry like EV is good. And therefore, I would say that the more the competition is, the more that cash comes into the category, it's good for the overall category. People will innovate. So, but as I said, it's a game where one still has to wait for winners to emerge. And you will have to wait for a few years for winners to emerge. But yeah, all the players are doing based on their own approaches, own strategies, and that should continue.
Finally, any expectations from the upcoming interim budget?
I guess as our Honorable Finance Minister has already said, I think in some of the forums there's going to be more vote on account. And therefore, the fundamental budget changes probably will happen only after the elections.
Right. On that note, thank you very much, sir, for talking to us.